Double XL up in the pen, you can't shake that. All the way gassed up, full tank, man. Moving too quick, keep the cameras in the playback. Dang, tell me how you feel with it. You put a lid on it, I ain't got no chill with it. This right here your problem, you gon' have to deal with it. Lay it on the line, high risk, that's the meal ticket. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at, never fall back. No lies, no facts, we gon' stay right where we at. We ain't never fall back. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. We ain't never fall back. And you can find me where I'm at. We ain't never fall back. Been way down, never falter. Came with the hands out, get them off us. I'm 24/7 in the office. Pay attention cause I ain't repeating offers. Yeah, never met a man I've been scared of. Careful, you gon' get exactly what you asked for. Here for whatever you bring me, getting handled. I answer to no one, I don't need a hassle. Yeah, we ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at. We ain't never fall back. Hold our ground where we at. Never fall back.
New seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics. Officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
May I have your attention, please? This is a TFTG special service announcement. Late night exhale, 10 p.m. Saturday. Be there.
Ayy, I got the recipe, never gonna let any op get the best of me. Thought it was distance, but haters is next to me. Talk to the spirit, you know I've been heavenly. Company definitely show your trajectory. This ain't a diss cause I say it respectfully. It's time to eat up, red like a speeder. Taking it deeper and that's how it better be. I never let the comparison get to me. I just remember the promises meant for me. I know the enemy and that he's sent for me. I keep the blood of the lemons my centerpiece. I cannot trust in no crystals or energy. Look at the chemistry, it do not even mix chemically. Most of the tricks they be gimmicks, they mimic the truth. It's poison and we got the remedy. There is a bomb, apply it. The fire can stand to the tallest of giants. The tyrant and all the suppliers are scheming and lying. They selling his dreams and we buying it. Show me the chicken, I'm frying it. Show me the dough and I'm prying it. Ain't never lacking it, so what I'm packing, he taking it, he magnifying it.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it.
Good morning, Fin fans. This is Top of the Tailgate. I'm your host, Ali the Persian. And it's a new day up in these parts. It's Thursday morning. It's Buffalo week. All my Buffalo haters out there, make sure you hit the like button. Right? Hit the like button, subscribe. Get ready to use that Buffalo emoji if you're a member. You definitely want to make sure you use that this week because it's Buffalo week, right? and we eat buffalo for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And we're going to definitely feast on it on Sunday. Let's get to it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a new episode of Top of the Tailgate. I am your host, as usual, Ali the Persian. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay. There were some issues early this morning. Hopefully, I have them figured out. Make sure you put it in the chat if you guys can hear me. Please put it in the chat. I need to make sure of that. Do me a favor. Come on. Put it in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Loud and clear. Thank you, Jan fans. I love you, man. Thank you very much. This man, all the way across the sea from Costa Rica, always coming in on here. I appreciate this, man. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. But before we do get really into it, let's shout out to the other shows around these parts. We got El Capitan. We got him doing, calling the game on Sundays. Then he goes Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Sometimes he's here all the time, to be honest, at some point or another. And then you got Coffee and a Cup of Color. And you got myself, Ali the Persian doing Top of the Tailgate, Broken Takes, even some Club Exhale. Yes, Club Exhale. If you haven't been to Club Exhale yet, you're going to want to come to Club Exhale. It's a lot of fun, right? And then we got Shake Money with the Drive Time and the Smoke Lounges with Lewis and whatnot. So definitely check out his show. Did some really awesome interview yesterday with Red, White, and Bills. Some good information, really productive. I really like the show. And then in addition, you got, KP going on with Lewis, and then with Color, talking about various different things like special teams and stuff like that. Some really good things that you never really think about. Shout out to KP. Actually, not KP. What am I saying? I said this backwards. Crypto. KP has the fantasy show. This is what happens when you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Shout out to Crypto doing shows with Lewis and Color and whatnot. But then you have KP with the fantasy talk, right? Yeah, I made a big trade. He's probably going to break it down on his next episode or whatever. But I made a big trade, and he definitely gives great advice when it comes to fantasy football. There's another show I know that he had in works. I'm hoping that comes to fruition, because if that does, I'm going to definitely be bringing my popcorn to that one. That one sounds really amazing. So stay tuned for that. I'll find out from him and give you guys more info as I get it. But then we got the OG Talks TMI Tuesday. And if you missed this past Tuesday's episode, really fun stuff, right? Funny, absolutely off the rails. I loved every minute of it. So check out Talks TMI Tuesdays. And if you want to get notified about all the different shows that we got coming up, make sure you hit like and subscribe. Turn on the notification bell, right? Turn on the notification bell. Make sure that, you keep your palette open for a lot of stuff, because we got a lot more content coming than what I even talk about on here. I have a lot of stuff in the works, so stay tuned for that. And if you really like the content, you want more of it, maybe you want more exclusive content, look at becoming a member. We have 3 different memberships: Amigos, Familia, MVP. I think the Amigos is like $2 or $3 a month. You get, exclusive content access. You also get different emojis that you can't really use unless you're a member. Specifically the Buffalo one, which would be great to use this week. So check that out if you are a member. In addition, there's, depending on what level you have, there's different access and different stuff that you might get along with it. So definitely check that out. And if you don't want to become a member, but you want to donate to the channel, you love the content, you want to see more of it, we do accept Cash App, Venmo, or you can make a super chat or super sticker. Again, you don't have to, but we definitely appreciate it. It goes a long ways. All we do is whatever you guys donate, we just reinvest into the channel to provide more content. That's all it is. But yeah, shout out to our affiliates down below. We got Fanatics, get your officially licensed everything. Now, you can't get this hat there, but I will tell you where you can get that hat pretty shortly. But all the draft hats, all the jerseys I wear, all the memorabilia that I have, I've gotten from Fanatics. Use the link below. There's no difference using that link versus going directly to them. The only difference is when you use that link, it tells them we sent you, and it gives the channel a little bit of credit. That's all it is. So we really appreciate it if you use our link. In addition to that, they always got deals going on. you ever look up clearance stuff on their site, they got tons of stuff, and it's good stuff too. Jerseys, hats, stuff that you wouldn't think would be on sale. They always got deals going on, so definitely check out Fanatics. In addition, shout out to Backroom Collections. It's your one-stop shop for canvas artwork that has to do with the Miami Dolphins or any other sport. They also do custom stuff, so definitely check them out. This type of canvas artwork you can hang virtually anywhere. Bedroom, man cave, your bathroom, place of business, a shed, a garage. Does not matter. You can make this the centerpiece of your entire house if you want it. So definitely check out Backroom Collection. In addition, they have little accessories that you can get for the little mini helmets that everybody collects. So definitely check them out. Really good people over there, by the way. Doobie Energy Drink. You're going to need a lot of energy with all the content we're going to be putting out over the next season and year and everything. If you, Doobie Energy Drink, from what I understand, it's all smash, no crash. You don't get that jittering or shaking like you do with some of these other products. It has a lot less of the products that are harmful for the body and a lot more vitamins and minerals that actually are beneficial to the body and help with energy and focus and concentration. So definitely check out Doobie Energy Drink. And if you don't take my word for it, check out Shake Money. He has a video that he reviews this stuff. And on his Saturday shows, he had the starter pack where he was reviewing every flavor and everything. And they have various different flavors. I hear it's good stuff. Definitely check out Doobie Energy Drink. And if you'd like to save 10% off there for Backroom Collection, use code TFTG at checkout. So shout out to the affiliates. We really appreciate you guys. And don't forget TFTGnetwork.com. It's your one-stop shop for TFTG everything, right? We have our full playlists of all of our individual hosts. We have a bio. It tells you a little bit about ourselves that maybe you guys don't even know. You may relate. We have it gives you instant, up-to-date Miami Dolphins news as it comes out, right? So definitely check that out. You can also read articles and blogs and stuff that we'll be writing. I have several articles already out. I have 2 that I'm working on. It's taking a little bit longer than I thought with the direction I wanted to go with it. I was trying to add some information, or not information, I'd say, but a discussion that I was going to add to it. And that did not pan out the way I was expecting. So I might be just going ahead and adding it on there. And then as I have that discussion gets completed, or interview, I should say, spoiler interview, then I'll add the interview to that article, and keep it like an open article, basically. So I might have to do that. I was supposed to have the interview done, I want to say Monday or so, but that unfortunately schedules, it happens. We'll talk about that later on. What else? So TFTG Network, everything. We have an amazing merch store, by the way. You can get this hat there. They come in different colors. And it's not your normal merch store. I'm not gonna BS you that, get our t-shirt, mug, and hat. No, that's not what it is. Go there. Every single person in the audience, every single person that's been on the panel, anybody that has anything to do with our show has put input, even if they knew it or did not know it, in this merch store. The t-shirts we have, the mugs, we have stuff for, we have purses for women, we have playing cards, we have cookware, we have everything and anything. At some way, you guys are the ones that inspired it. So just so you know that, there's tons of stuff there. More than I've ever thought. I love some of the t-shirts we have, by the way. So definitely check out the t-shirts. You can get your own Late Night XL t-shirt from there. Yeah, and I'm starting to design some more stuff that I'm going to introduce to our producer to see if we can add to the merch store. So keep an eye out for that. But if you'd like to save 10% off there, sign up for the newsletter on TFTG Network. It's a great way to be notified of different events that we got going on. But yeah, TFTGnetwork.com. Check it out. Who do we got here already? We already got a bunch of people in the chat. Starting to blow up. Heather Long, the TFTG groupies up in here. Self-proclaimed groupies. Let's get it right. Just kidding. He's up in here. Yes, I stopped at Starbucks to get a liquid cocaine shaken iced espresso with 5 shots of espresso, half and half, and 3 pumps of toffee nut syrup with caramel drizzle. Long day. Wow, that sounds like a heart attack waiting to happen, to be honest. Jan Finn's fan, what's up, family? What's going on? He's working right now. 2 more hours of work to go, and ready for some shut-eye. Finn's up from Costa Rica. Damn, dude, do you work like in the middle of the night? Like, what time is it there right now? I want to know what time it is to kind of get perspective, because that means you work what, like a third shift, basically, it seems like. But then again, I don't know what time it is there, because it may be in a different time zone. I don't know. Daniel's Berry Sports highlights. How's it going, man? Yo. Trucker Sean, good morning, fam. Adam Sadowski, good morning. See Awful, Northwest Ohio guy. Love it. Let's see here. Mr. Pauk, good Crazy Dolphin. Good morning, Ali in color. The Miami Dolphins chat room. What's up? Hit the like button. That's right. Definitely hit the like button. Turn on notification bell. EMCD, how's it going? Wake and bake. Man's Chill. Oh, thank you for the $5 donation from New Zealand. Fins up Winsy. What's up, team? That's right. What is up? Thank you so much, sir. Didn't expect that. Looks like we got a couple, actually. Another $2 donation. Thank you, Fins up. And another $2 donations. We the ones. That is right. We are the ones right now. We are the ones. In fact, we're one of 3 teams that are undefeated still. So, yeah. Man's Chill, how's it going? Let's see here. Tony Pepperoni's already up in here. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Oh, Mr. Puck getting in on the action. The Bills are tough, but we will win. Let's go. $10 donation. Thank you very much, Mr. Puck. I appreciate you, man. Duke Tomlinson, how's it going? I wanted to make sure I got everybody. So Duke Tomlinson's up in here as well. Flava J. I don't want to miss anybody, so I want to make sure I got everyone. So thank you all for joining the show. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Messaged color, but I haven't gotten anything back yet. We've been staying up late doing some late night stuff lately, and it's hard to transition from late night to the early morning. So I'm gonna let him be. I'm not really gonna worry too much about it. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, all right, let's get it going. So, as I mentioned before, and I've said this before several times, we review coffee around here. I'm still drinking Seattle's Best. It's their breakfast blend. It's not bad. It's not too bitter. It's not too bold. It's good medium roast. Tasty, good aroma. That's what I'll tell you about it. But yeah, check them out. You can get them at Publix, Amazon. You can probably order directly from them. Walmart has them from time to time as well, but I found them at Publix primarily. So definitely check that out. Put in the chat what type of coffee you guys drinking. We know what Heather's drinking, and she's calling it liquid cocaine. That's kind of scary. It gives me a heart attack thinking about it. What else are you guys drinking this morning? Even if it's not coffee, just put something in there. I want to know what you guys are drinking. What wakes you up in the morning? Just curious what your guys' routine is. That's right, Mr. Park. Hit the like button and subscribe as you come in. That's right. Wow. Okay, Pins up Winsy. All right. Thank you for the $5 New Zealand donation. I'm not sure what the conversion is, so I'd say it to Zenzi. For Ali's Trash American Coffee, come to New Zealand. Trash American coffee. All right. I disagree with that. I disagree. My favorite coffee, in fact, is actually Puerto Rican coffee, to be honest. That's my favorite coffee. I've never had New Zealand coffee, though. Is it anything like the Kona coffee that you can get in Hawaii? Is it kind of like that? Just curious. All right, here we go. Jan Finn's fan says, I drink Arabic Pure Ground. Okay. Flava J says blue Gatorade. You're not the only one, Flava J. So does C Huffle. C Huffle's drinking Gatorade too. I actually drink Gatorade at right before the game. I don't know if you guys ever been to Miami, especially the folks that are out of towners, unfortunately. Miami is so freaking hot and humid. It doesn't matter. You could be drinking water and you're just sweating it right out. That's what happens, right? So what I do right before the game to make sure I infuse myself with more electrolytes, I'll chug down like a blue Gatorade, something like that, to make sure I refill for the whole game. Mr. Pog says lightly sweet iced tea. I love me some good sweet iced tea, to be honest. Oh, Jay, I hope you're okay. Hope you feel better. Fins up, Winsy. Thank you for the $2 donation. We do the best flat white. Interesting. Interesting. I'll have to check that out. If it's something I can order, let me know, Fins up, Winsy. Because if it's something I can order and have delivered to me, you know, I would like to try it. We do reviews here on Top of the Tailgate, me and Color. So Adam Sadowski says Celsius. Is that something that you're drinking? Mudbone. What's up, Mudbone? Coconut water. Coconut water is some shit, dude. I like coconut water. In fact, it's funny. Before I moved here to Florida, I never drank coconut water or various different things like that. And now I drink a lot of that stuff a lot of times. So it's good stuff. I like coconut water. Trucker Sean says, I already smashed Duncan. That is awesome. I love me some Duncan. Mansa Chill, thank you very much. He says, I'm not even worried about the Jills. No pun intended. And usually I am this year is different. Yeah, I agree. Usually sometimes I'm worried or I take them a little more serious, but here's the reality of it. I am kind of not worried. I'm more worried that my team may not take it as serious as we should. And the reason for that is because we just came off of a big point, 70 points. I need them to be very serious. We need to take every single one of these games and serious. I'm not saying they don't. I just need to see it on the field. That's basically where I'm at for me. All right. Let's get, and speaking of that, let's actually get to the next segment. What in the world, right? And I have quite a few things to talk about when it comes to the Miami Dolphins with what in the world. But to kick this off, in the fact that we're in the fall, we're in the eve of the holiday season, right? October is what, 2 days away, 3 days away, right? I see like Home Depot, Walmart, these big retail locations selling Halloween stuff all over the place already. They already have Halloween candy already in the aisles and stuff that you can buy, right? And I was like, man. So I fell upon this on Twitter and I saw this, and it was a great use of some of the holiday Halloween decorations that people are using. Good use. And it's fitting for this week. Check this out. How genius was this? I love this. I want to put this in my yard. I may put a different jersey on the big skull skeleton, but yeah, that is awesome. Great use. I figured I'd share that. I thought it was funny. So that was live look of what Josh Allen would look like after the game. Just a mere skeleton of himself. And if you're new, and maybe you guys are new, maybe you're new to the channel, maybe you're new to the Finn's Tailgate or whatever, and we do have friends of the family that are Buffalo fans. Let's be real. But this is Buffalo week, and I'm going to harp on them and push their buttons as much as I can this week. Next week we have a different opponent. Yeah, I'll be a lighter. Still talk some smack, but I might push buttons more so than even when I'm wrong. Just be prepared for that if you're new. I got some messages. You're being mean to these people. I'm like, and it's my mother, and I'm like, Mom, I'm sorry, but he's a Buffalo fan. Don't hate me for it. Ends up, Winsy said, thank you for the $2 donation. He says, LOL. That's funny. That's right, man. It was fire. It was fire. Let's keep it moving. So, this offseason, going into training camp, what was the big name being thrown around? Yes, Jonathan Taylor. Indianapolis Colts, Jonathan Taylor reportedly does not want to continue playing for the Colts. Taylor can come back in week 5. He is still demanding a trade. Still demanding a trade. He wants out. Right? And the longer this goes, the lesser expensive he gets, because people know he wants a trade. The Colts knows he wants a trade. And if he is still demanding a trade and doesn't want to do anything to maybe just stay for this year, the Colts price has to come down at some point. I don't think they'll get the full value that they wanted, the ridiculousness of players and picks. I'm sorry, that's not going to happen. Now, I honestly wouldn't give up more than a second round pick for him. That's it. That's the most I would give. I take that back. I'll even just give you a second, or if I do give you a first, it's going to be because it's a very low first. I mean, think about it. If we're on the trajectory of making a deep run into the playoffs, we're either going to have the 32nd or the 31st pick in the draft. That's what's going to happen. And at that point, it's just nothing but a second round pick, to be honest, in my opinion. But, yeah. Now, do we need Jonathan Taylor? Now, you may argue with me. No, you don't. You have Achane. Yes, it's pronounced Achane. You have Achane, and you have Mostert, and we have Jeff Wilson, and we have Brooks. Now, we have these guys, right? But what's one thing that's been consistent so far? Injuries. Savon Ahmed has been out for 2 games with an injury. Brooks, he's healthy, good. Mostert injured in preseason, but he's been okay so far. But who knows how long that will last? And then, God forbid, anything happens to Achane, right? The reason I'm bringing this up is that out of all the positions that I expect to see a lot of injuries on, it's the running back position. This scheme, this wide zone scheme that we're running, right, is very grueling for running backs, right? That was evident with the 49ers. Year after year, you saw injuries to their running back room. Mostert was there. He had a great season and blew his entire knee out, right? Next person. I want to say it was Elijah Mitchell. Great season, then got injured, right? It wasn't until they made the trade for McCaffrey that things have been kind of leveled off a little bit. Not saying that we would have the same situation. What I'm saying is that, one, you do need depth at this position because you saw how effective it is and you want to continue to be effective. The other part of it is that you're also looking at your future too. If you can get a player of Jonathan Taylor's stature, or let's say a second round pick, right? And he's still very young. Why wouldn't you do it? I would do it. Because to be honest, the only person that's guaranteed to be on this roster still next year is maybe, obviously, Achan and Brooks. That's it. Everybody else can just leave. Simon Ahmed can go. We're not holding him to a contract. Jeff Wilson can go, I believe, because I don't think there's any guaranteed money there. And then Mostert could technically leave as well because there's no guaranteed money. All of his guaranteed money is in this year, right? So we need to add people anyways. So why not? Why not? That a player like this extends your window. So that's just my opinion. I'm always looking down the road versus in the now. So I get it doesn't necessarily make sense right this moment, but at some point there's going to be injuries to this room, and then he'll be like, oh, now I see why he wanted him and why, I want to. And do understand, I'm also on the premise that I want to make sure that we put all of the cards on the table in our pursuit to get to the Super Bowl. I don't want to find out that, we could have gotten to the Super Bowl had we done this one move, right? I don't move like that. I'm looking at this two double-edged sword. You're addressing both the future and the now at the same time. So I don't see why it's a win-win for me. Especially if you get them on the cheap. None of this crazy talk about giving you Waddle and Jalen Phillips and a first-round pick. No, that ain't happening. I'm sorry. No. Good luck with that. Nobody else is going to give you that to you as well. What else do we got on What in the World? Let me see if anybody else joined the show. I want to shout out to them. What's up, Winsy? Definitely. What's up? Thank you for the $2 donation again. Yeah, I still think he wants to come to Miami. I definitely agree with that. I mean, come on. The guy's agents reached out to Miami specifically, right? Negotiated a structure of a contract that Miami already agreed with them. Yeah, we'll give you that structure you're looking for, right? So that means that they agreed to pay him the amount of money that he wanted. Nobody knows what that is, but the amount he was willing to come to us for. Nobody else had that deal with any of these other teams that was reported. And Miami did give several package offers to the Colts. Now, the Colts didn't want it because they knew they weren't getting the value they wanted. Let alone, I don't really think they want to let him go. But I don't think they have a choice. That's the issue. If he's still asking for a trade now, I don't think they have a choice. That's what I think. $5 super sticker, man. I appreciate you, Fins Up. You didn't have to do that. Thank you very much, man. So Duke Thomas says, no way McDaniel gives up a high draft pick for Taylor. He just drafted HN in round 3. Here's the thing. Is number 32 really a high draft pick? I don't think so. It's really a second round draft pick. I was looking at the draft, right? There's nobody better than this player that would be in that that late 32nd pick round pick. I honestly think he's better than most of the second round picks. So is it really that late of a draft? Just saying. Now, does it have to be a first round? No, we have a second round pick, bro. We can give him our late second round. That would be like almost a third round pick at that point. So you're getting Achan and a Jonathan Taylor for a second round pick, to be honest. Actually, not even a second round pick, a late second round. That's pretty much almost a third round pick at that point. So you're getting them for almost the same thing. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I don't like giving up top, high first round picks, but we don't have a high first round pick. Our first round pick is going to be 32, if we still have it. And let alone, it's not Mike McDaniel that gives that up. It's up to our GM, Chris Greer. So whatever Chris Greer decides, that's who it's up to. Adam Hurley, how's it going? I don't know anything about that, Adam. Thank you for sharing. Washed up JT. What are you guys talking about? When was JT ever washed up? Are you serious? Some of you guys. Oh man. Here's the reality. One thing we do know: Chris Greer never spends draft picks on getting centers in this league, in this draft. There's been center after center that has been great pickups we could have picked. Chris Greer has never used the draft pick on them. Just being honest. They've always tried to convert a guard as they did with Connor. But I think Connor actually gets a deal done. I don't think we're going to be looking to get a center, to be honest. Did I miss? He's not washed, bro. Are you sure you're talking about the same player? This guy is not washed. The guy contributed 38 touchdowns, and he's only played 3 seasons in the league. How is he washed? Name another player. Dude, he may have been... There may be an injury. That happens to anybody. Injuries happen. Oh, my God. See awful. Jonathan Taylor is cooked, bro. I'm sorry. Stop while you're ahead, bro. You're wrong. I disagree with you completely. I can't disagree more. Let's keep it moving, though. I want to talk about other things that are more important. But let's keep going. All right. So, Tua Tagovailoa has said he hasn't enjoyed playing football this much since the Alabama days. Do you guys remember? We always said we want the Tuscaloosa Tua to come back. Well, I think this is his version of it, bro. The guy's number one pretty much at everything. He's having fun. You see him smiling on the sidelines. I watched him on Sunday at the game, right? Running up and down with David Long, cheering on our, third string, fourth string running back, right? The guy was awesome. The guy, I've never seen so much movement from our quarterback in previous years. And when I say movement, I'm talking about he's up, he's cheering, he's celebrating. You know, he's not just sitting there looking at the tablet the whole time. You know, I mean, he's having fun, and that's what's important. This whole team is having fun, right? Not everybody thinks of it that way, though. Is he doing that well? Unfortunately, that's kind of what we're dealing with. We got people in the media that still have doubts about him, which is sad. Though Miami's offense is in power ranking, we're number one virtually everywhere, right? People still got to stay stuck. What do you guys think? Is he having fun? Are we having fun? Thank you for another $5 donation by Winsy, man. Appreciate you. See, Huffle, I might take you up on that wager. We'll talk later. I'll message you later. Yes, TJ Friendly. Well, welcome. I know you're new here, but it's up to you, sir. And thank you, Austin Jackson, for finally showing up. I agree. What was that? I said. Are you asking what was I talking about? I am talking about. Are you guys happy with the team? Like the team is having fun. Are you having fun with our team? Do you like to see Tua up and down? You know, cheering, you know, feeling comfortable? Or are you the type that you want the player to sit there and be in the books the whole time and being serious and not look like he's happy at all? You know, because some people are questioning it. That's why I'm inquiring. Yes, Waddle is practicing from what I understand. So that is great news. We will definitely talk about that pretty shortly here. Let's keep it going with what in the world, though, because it gets better. So, anybody that watched the game will know what this guy's talking about. So, Lions wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown says that Tua Tagovailoa's no-look pass caught the eye of Jared Goff during their game on Sunday. So, supposedly, let me bring this up to you. Supposedly, during the game, Jared Goff is in the huddle and says, "Hey, did you see that Tua that pass that Tua just had?" I guess they played it on the screen. And the Lions fans were like going ooh and ah based on what they saw. So that's pretty awesome that they actually saw Tua's pass during a game and talked about it in the huddle. That is crazy. That's the kind of attention that Tua is getting right now. I hope people know that. Man, such a, I like winning too. That's what I love. I don't really care how we do it, as long as we do it. Hey, just so all the mods that are in here, if you're a mod, keep an eye on the chat. If you see anything disrespectful that is against TFTG policy and you guys know what that is, make sure you use do what you need to do to handle it, just so you're aware. All right. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's really awesome. If Amon Brown talks about it, and he was like, wow, what a crazy pass. And what they're talking about is that no-look shuffle pass, where he kind of like looked at the guy, but then looked away and did it kind of at the same time. It was really interesting watching that live. Now this one is crazy. This is why I brought up what the media is saying. Miami is a solid team, but not a 70-point team. Nor are they good enough on defense to be invincible. With their offense and the way what receiver Tyreek Hill is playing, scaring the living crap out of every defensive back he faces, along with every defensive coordinator, they make moving the ball on offense look easy. He goes on to say, and just one moment, please. One moment here. Remove this. Yes, Tua is playing well, but his receivers are so wide open. And this year, head coach Mike McDaniel has used his run game expertise to make the run game as explosive as their passing game. Well, let me ask you, isn't that the whole point? To make things easier for both your quarterback, your wide receiver? You know, isn't that the whole point of scheming up an offense? Think about it. People are trying to say, oh, it's because of the receivers. Tua's not doing very much, so he's really not all that cracked out to be. All not that cracked out to be? Let me see you throw with the accuracy that he does. Let me see you throw a pinpoint spot on the field accurately every time. Let me see you do that. Right? And then we'll talk. Let me see you make decisions because your first, second, and third read are not available. Let me see you do that within ample time as fast as this guy does. Let me see your release as fast as this guy. Let me see that. Let me see you put up the numbers that he does. Now, granted, yes, he does have a lot of weapons. Let's not, I'm not gonna lie to that. He definitely does have a lot of weapons. But the thing is that so did the greatest show on turf. Kurt Warner had a lot of weapons. Right? Every team has weapons. San Francisco has Brandon Ayuk. They have Deebo Samuel. They also have McCaffrey. They have weapons. Brandon Ayuk and McCaffrey are really good damn receivers. And, well, Deebo Samuels is also a slash kind of junkyard dog running back, if you want to call it that, or a Swiss Army knife that he can be used in different ways. He's a fast person in his own right. You know what I mean? So they have weapons. So what? Now, that's the whole point. You gave weapons to your quarterback to make it easier for them. Let's use this person. Aaron Rodgers had Devontae Adams. Who is a good player here? Was it Aaron Rodgers that was really good? Or was it Devontae Adams that was making things easy for Aaron Rodgers? And don't tell me he didn't have other weapons, because he has had other weapons as well. So, I'm just saying, it doesn't matter that they have other weapons, or their weapons are super fast, or he's running a scheme or whatever. So what? That's what teams do. They build a scheme based on your personnel. He's maximizing the personnel we have here. There's no problem with that. That takes nothing away from our quarterback and what he's done and accomplished. It doesn't take away from the receivers and what they accomplished, or the running backs and what they accomplished. I just hate seeing people doubt our quarterback just because of a scheme or because he has Tyreek Hill. Well, why don't then they need to take one of the Super Bowl rings away from Mahomes because he had Tyreek Hill. In that case, I guess it was too easy for him. You saw nobody complaining there. They had what's his name, Mecole Hardman and Tyreek Hill at the same time, who are both super fast people. Super fast. Go look at their 40 times, right? But they didn't take away the ring from them. Nobody said anything then. Just because they got used differently. I'm sorry. I disagree with some of the things I'm seeing in the media, and this is only one example of it. Oh, and by the way, on Monday I made the claim that Miami might put some of Buffalo Bills players in body bags, and I told Michael K that he needs to purchase them. Yeah, I made that comment. Here, Michael K. You can get them off of Amazon, I found out. So, there you go. Thought it was funny. Figured I'd share with you. It's Buffalo week. We're going to talk a lot of trash here. Where is Color? I don't know where Color is at. Color might be starting up a new show later today, probably on his show. I don't know. I don't know what he's doing. We'll see. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I forgot Kittle. Thank you, Mansa Chill, for bringing that to my attention. They have Debo, Ayuk, CMC, and Kittle. You know what I mean? Nobody complains that they have, the weapons. Nope. But they're a great team. Just saying. And if we're not a 70-point team, we did just score 70 points. So I don't think we're a consistent 70-point team. No, we're not. We would be, depending on our opponent, I would say we average about 30 points a game. So that's where we're at. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's keep it going. All right, what time is it? It is 6:49, 6:50 in the morning. I'm going to keep this going here, and we are going to start off by reading some articles. So it's time for some football. What in the world's over? There's really not much going on in the news right now. I was trying to find some crazy stuff that I saw because that's the whole segment with what in the world. But there wasn't really much stuff to talk about. Well, let's keep it going here. All right, so breaking down the first week 4 Dolphins Bills injury report. Yeah, that which came out yesterday, right? This is by Alan Pupara. Ahead of their week 4 showdown at Highmark Stadium, both the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills were missing key players at practice Wednesday. In addition to the 3 players, head coach Mike McDaniel already had indicated before practice would not work. 2 more wound up not practice. Tackle Teron Armstead and wide receiver Eric Izukama. They joined Connor Williams, groin, Jalen Phillips, oblique, and River Craycraft shoulder among those not practicing Wednesday. With Armstead, he again was listed with back, ankle, knee injuries, while Izukama is dealing with a neck injury. There's some mystery to when Izukama was injured because he was not on the injury report last week and was inactive for week 3 against the Denver Broncos. Williams, Phillips, and Craycraft were all injured in the game, and Craycraft is the least likely to be of the 3 to be able to play against the Bills on Sunday. Additionally, the Dolphins had 4 players listed as limited, including tight ends Durham Smythe, hamstring Kyler Croft. Smythe spent some time in the medical tent during the game against Denver, leading the rookie Julian Hill, getting a majority of the snaps at the position because Croft was inactive. Also listed as limited Wednesday was safety Deshaun Elliott, ankle and groin, and running back Savon Ahmed, who missed the Denver game with a groin injury. Among the 3 players listed as full participants were wide receiver Jalen Waddle, who could be ready to clear concussion protocol, along with cornerback Eli Apple, neck game day concussion protocol, and the I'm not sure how they say this word. The aforementioned Julian Hill, which is ankle. The Bills injury report, meanwhile, have 5 players sit out practice, including their defensive starters, outside linebacker Leonard Floyd, safety Micah Hyde, and safety Jordan Poyer. Also not practicing was offensive line Ryan Bates and defensive back Saron Neal. Lastly, cornerback Teron Johnson was limited with a hip injury. Well, as usual, the Miami Dolphins have several people on the injury report. Some were expected, some were not. I am curious to find out when Izukama was injured. If anybody knows anything about that, put it in the chat. That was the first I heard of it. In addition to that, I'm kind of concerned why Teron Armstead is back on there. But then again, it could be precaution, maybe they've decided they're going to baby him for the whole year. We didn't see him practice very much last year, but he played every game that he could, unless he was out. So, it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. What do you guys think about the injury report? Does it concern you? Are you guys, concerned, or is there any not really concerned? Yeah, I don't know who that person is either, Mansa Chill. I have to find out who that is. In addition, I don't know if you guys did see, Achan was AFC East Offensive Player of the Week, by the way. So, shout out to him.
Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me what it's like to live with superpowers. I don't know, but I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I'ma get it. I just know that I'ma.
Yeah, I didn't want to upset the Miami Heat fan Brian's brains. I agree. Miami Heat got snubbed again. It kind of sucks for them, though. I actually thought Damian Lillard was going to end up there, but he ended up a Buck instead. So, it is what it is. Fins up Winsy, $2. Ali, come on, bro. What are you talking about? Thank you for the $2 donation, but I don't know what. Come on for what? What am I coming on for? Chris Smith, I like that. If Mostert can't do it, A-Chain can. Trademark it. I agree. We didn't need Armstead to play against the Broncos. You're actually right. We didn't need him to play there. I don't even want to say he's injured. Maybe it's just precaution. Maybe they're just trying to baby him. You know? Sorry about that. My cat wanted out, and I had to let him out real quick. Estefan, how are you doing, man? Spurs continue. Fins up, man. You just gave 15 memberships. That's cool. Thank you for doing that. $2 donation. I appreciate it. I didn't know that you did that. On my screen, It doesn't show when you do stuff like that, man. So I really appreciate that. So thank you. So I was not aware of that. But thank you, man. I really appreciate Fins Up Winsy. Everyone thank Fins Up Winsy. He's a really cool dude, to be honest. So yeah, I do agree, Duke. He's always Armstead is always questionable. Seems strange. It does seem strange, but then again, you know, Mike McDaniel said it himself. They take precaution. Like when it comes to injuries, they're like super precautious. So do we really even need him to practice? The guy knows what he's doing. He knows this scheme in and out. You know, when he plays, he's definitely we never really rag on what he did. You know, Lamb does do a good job too. You're absolutely right. I say he still plays. I think he still plays, not a problem. So. Keep moving. Next thing on the list here, McDaniel's September 27th media session highlights. I was gonna play the media session with McDaniel. However, unfortunately, because the NFL has certain media people asking questions during it, the NFL will not allow me to play the video when their people are asking questions, unfortunately. So I have to basically go over the highlights with you guys. So this is what was highlighted according to Alan Pupar. Head coach Mike McDaniel spoke to reporters at the Baptiste Health Training Complex on Wednesday. Here are the highlights of the media session. Jalen Phillips and Connor Williams will not be practicing Wednesday, though their status for the game at Buffalo on Sunday is still uncertain. Jalen Waddle will have a full practice. Yes, he is practicing. After which point he could end up being cleared from a concussion protocol. Asked about the idea of revenge in light of Dolphins facing the Bills on Sunday, McDaniel says there's no extra incentive for the game, given how good Buffalo is and has been. If you need to get motivated, check your pulse. Get motivated, check your pulse. That's right. Very interesting what he said there. Addressing Liam Eichenberg's performance after coming into the game for Williams against Denver. McDaniel said it was similar to a quarterback having to step in a game. He said he was overall pleased with his performance while acknowledging there are things to work on. Just so you know, in regards to Connor Williams, they did say that he wanted to come back to the game. It was really just they took him out because of precaution, just so you're aware. So I'm not really worried about Connor Williams being injured. I think he still plays without any problem. Asked whether there were any lessons learned from the playoff loss at Buffalo, McDaniel points out there are different teams since last January, but like always, it will have to be earned, he said. Okay. Regarding the Buffalo defense, McDaniel says there have been an opportunistic group. I'm sorry. Regarding the Buffalo defense, McDaniel says there have been as optimistic a group as he has seen, where if they get their hands on the ball, it's a turnover. It should be noted that the Bills linebacker Terrell Bernard was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in Buffalo's 37-3 victory at Washington on Sunday. Yeah, I'm not sure who Terrell Bernard is either. I'll have to look into him, find out what I can find out. Justin Bethel and Perry Nickerson got a call in the nickel and dime defenses against Denver, and McDaniel says there's a lot of depth in the secondary. McDaniel said that both of them did nothing not to continue doing those jobs, though the decision won't be made until later in the week. So basically he said they didn't do anything that would say, no, you're not doing that job again. So that's good. They basically did their job and that was it. So we'll see what they do later in the week. The Dolphins might have the fastest team in the NFL has ever seen in McDaniel. It was a matter of adding speedy guys when the opportunities presented themselves. Savon Ahmed is progressing with his groin injury and will practice on some level Wednesday. With River Craycraft and his shoulder injury, McDaniel said it's not out of the question that he's going to end up. Oh, hold on. It's not out of the question that he's going to end up on the injured reserve. So that he might end up on the injured reserve. That sucks. That really sucks. That's kind of concerning for me. I understand we have Berrios. I understand we have some other guys here outside of Waddle and Tyreek, obviously, right? My concern with that is the fact that Tyreek himself said that he's the one guy that he can count on to know exactly where to be, when to be there, and does it to the fullest. It doesn't matter if it comes to blocking, being a decoy, running a certain route, and you can always count on him to catch the ball perfectly, right? That's something I really appreciate about Craycraft, even though he's not the sexy receiver that everybody loves and whatnot. That kind of sucks. That does suck for me. Because he was starting to build rapport again with Tua, just like he did last season, and he's getting injured again. Can we get away from these injuries, please? Moya TV, I agree with you. I do wish there was a reaction video. I'd pay to see that. Definitely. Delusional Patriots fan. I haven't seen you in a while, man. I'm glad you're here. How's it going? Chris Smith says, I'm worried about keeping Tua clean against their defense, offensive line, better out of their big boys' pants. They should already be pulled up, buttoned, and belted on. I agree. I am kind of I'm not really concerned, to be honest. They've kept them clean. I mean, we went up against Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa. That was pretty, I thought they would give us more of a fight. They didn't. The New England Patriots, before the beginning of the season, there was argued that they had a top 5 defense. It was argued that Judon, Judon was a really big time rusher, everything, and we didn't really feel any pass rush from them. I think there was 1 sack in the entire game. I think Judon got it, and it was a coverage sack, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think this offensive line is performing better than we did last season, so I do expect to see a lot better protection, to be honest. We have Isaiah Wynn playing guard now, so that's really good. And I also think we have a lot more weapons on this team to make that defense think a little bit more besides just going after a quarterback. So I think I'm optimistic that they will perform well. Let's put it that way. Yeah, I understand. I'm rushing to work all the time myself. Delusional Patriots fan. Well, it was nice seeing you, man. I hadn't seen you around. Vinzi with another $2 notion. Why are you... Okay, wear color your Tarash, Ali? I don't understand. On my trash. What did I do wrong? Whatever. It's my show anyway. Color helps me out. He comes on here every once in a while. So if you want Color, you can ask him when he's having his show. I don't know. Ask him. Thank you for the $2 donation anyways. If they blitz, someone's going to be open. That's true. That's definitely true, Chris Smith. I agree. Crazy Dolphin says, I'm not concerned because we've made Butch Berry our offensive line coordinator. That is fire, definitely.
They say you ain't bout it. Tell them that you finna make it, but they doubt it. But you rose like the flower. Tell me
Christmas says haters will be the biggest fans sometimes, unless he's just giving you a hard time. I think he's just giving you a hard time. I have nothing against Winsy, to be honest, so Finn's up to him. What is up, Shake Money? Come up here, man. Come up here. Let's have a chat. In fact, I think I just got a message from Color. Let's see what he said. No, still no Color. I'm waiting on Color to see if we're getting a message. Here we go, Shake Money. What is up, Shake Money? What's up, Shake? Can you hear me, Shake? We can't hear you.
What's going on? I can hear you.
What is going on, sir? How are you?
Living the dream, baby.
You're living the dream?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you at work? What do you got going on?
No, I'm about to go to work in about 30 minutes, so I can hang with you for a few minutes real quick.
Cool, man.
What's going
Cool.
on?
So I saw you played the interview from McDermott. What were your takeaways from what McDermott had to say?
McDermott. I don't know. I think he's very astute of what's going on with the team, and he said he's going to get some practice squad guys to try to emulate the I guess track players from the practice squad or something like that, try to emulate what we have on offense. But good luck with that. No, I think he's a good defensive mind. And I think this is going to be a good chess match between McDaniel and McDermott. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Definitely understand.
Hey, by the way, Michael K and Mark are having a podcast. I think this is what it's called right here.
Oh, really?
The Dumb and Dumber podcast. Michael K.
Make sure you share the link with everybody so we can be there.
Yeah, the Dumb and Dumber. Please, I'll put in the first super chat for $2 like you do.
Shout out to Finzi. He says they've been watching since the start of the show. Thank you. I appreciate it. $2 donation to you.
Oh, man.
So, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Michael K for joining us. How you doing, sir? But anyway, yeah, it's
he's miserable as always. He's a Bills fan. Of course, he's fucking miserable.
Yeah. It is what it is. Listen, Michael K. I think this game is really going to be an exciting game. It's going to be close. I do think that whoever wins this game, it's going to be by 3 points to 7 points. 7 to 3 points is going to decide this game. That's basically what's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a massacre. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. But there's a lot of pressure on both sides. There's a lot of pressure on Miami to win this game because we haven't won in Buffalo in a while, and but then again, if we lose, what's different? There's no difference for us, right? But then again, if McDermott and the Buffalo Bills lose, then they're what, 2-2, right? Mm-hmm. And they're a step behind us. And they lost to a team that everybody said that it was just, they haven't really proven anything. I think there's more pressure on the Buffalo Bills, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah. I like how Michael K threatens me that he's not going to super chat when I don't get a dollar of it. So good luck with that. Thank you. But man.
Yeah.
I think Buffalo, it's going to be a good game. Look, at the end of the day, what's scary is when I was talking to the Bills, Red, White, and Bills yesterday is think about the organic pass rush without Von Miller. Can you imagine with Von Miller? They still don't have one of their best pass rushers. So I think once Von Miller comes back, it's going to be even better. Just like when we get Jalen Ramsey back. You know?
Yeah, I think it's going to be, bro. Imagine when we finally get Jalen Ramsey back, right? And then we also have a healthier Nick Needham with us. You know what I mean? And Brandon Jones is going to start being utilized a lot more. You know what I mean? It's going to be crazy, especially with Cam Smith too. Once we get him going, this secondary is going to be really, really juicy, to be honest. I could see them moving people. You know, you'll start seeing packages where instead of just being the same guys every time, you're going to start seeing people being moved in and out, or depending on the defense they want to run, that you're going to see different packages on the field at different times. You know what I mean? It allows them to start changing out players and, you know, rotating people out. The rotations are going to be ridiculous. Yeah, and Michael K, what I meant by that is that what's the difference? If you guys always claim you guys own us, we've been beating you for the last 3 or 4 years, you know, whatever, we have your number and everything. All right, well, if that's the case, if we lose, what changes? You don't get any more, you know, benefit than we get any more loss. There's no difference for us, right? Whereas if we win, there's a huge benefit to us, and if you lose, there's a huge detrimental momentum. Not the momentum. What's the word I'm looking for, Shake? It's a lot.
Momentum. No. Swing. I would say.
Yeah, the whole mood. There's going to be a huge mood swing when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. You already have toxicity on your team with your quarterback and wide receiver. As much as you want to say that doesn't exist, we watch it play out every single day on TV, right? And then you look at their coach, the whole situation that happened with Frazier, and now your coach not be able to handle what's going on with Miami, and they're the ones that are the favorites. You guys should win. If you don't win, then that's an issue. You know what I mean? I could see that playing out throughout the whole season and, you know, start to implode in front of everyone. I could see that happening, but we'll see. And he says that I'm clueless and I have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay.
By the way, I've been spelling Buffalo wrong the whole time. This is how you spell it.
Okay.
It's Buffalo.
It's Buffalo. That's funny.
Buffalo. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, I did. Says, can you imagine if we beat them big last weeks? Like last week's game. Oh my God, the media is going to go nuts. As a Dolphins fan, I don't see that happening. But yeah, LOL. Well, listen, let me tell you something, okay? If that were to happen, if I was the Buffalo Bills, I would relinquish my rights to be in the NFL and demote myself to the USFL at that point. Because could you imagine Buffalo getting beaten 70-20? You know what I mean? Could you imagine that, Shake? That would be so demoralizing. You don't have a trophy. You just lost to a team 70-0. What is there to play for at that point? I don't know. Not saying Denver should do that, but I don't know. Buffalo Bills, everyone holds them to this high standard. Oh, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. You know, they're the Super Bowl favorites every year, and it never happens. That's my point. Vince takes CB83. What's up, CB83? Good morning, sir. Listen, guys, the game could get ugly too. Our defense is getting stops, and our offense has been super efficient. When we get up, they'll have to press, and that's when the mistakes come. It's happening. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Listen, I expect this to be a chippy game. That's what I expect it to be close. I don't expect any blowout craziness. I expect us to win within like 3 to 7 points. That's the that's basically where it's at. Looks like we lost Shake Money. Raphael Cartwright, how you doing, sir? Tables have turned. Can Bills beat Miami now? I don't know. We'll find out. Can they beat us? No, they can't beat us. Bills are great at fertilizing the grass. Wow. Mr. Pog, I think that's the best thing you've ever said. I love it, Mr. Pog. I love it. TJ Braymiller, what's up, man? Bills had a hard time containing our running game last year, but we didn't really stick with it. This is true. I do think we stick with it this year. You're absolutely right. Mostert had that amazing run that we saw, and we didn't keep utilizing it. I think when they have something stopped, you go back to the run, and it opens up lanes for you. You know what I mean? And I think now that we're super balanced, I think you're gonna see that happen. I think we're gonna, I think games are gonna play out a lot different this year because of that. Let's see what else is going on. What else do we have to talk about here? Here's a good question. Does the defense have perfect scheme against Allen, according to Alan Pupar? The Miami Dolphins offense is the talk of the NFL after the 70-point performance in week 3, but the defense might be asked to do more than play a supporting role in the showdown against the Buffalo Bills at Highmark Stadium. And it certainly won't be as easy task, particularly considering all the problems that QB Josh Allen has presented for the Dolphins since he entered the NFL as the 7th overall pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. But there's a reason for the Dolphins and their fans to be optimistic. Defense can get the job done to the extent where it will be needed on Sunday because of what happened last season and this offseason. Josh Allen versus the Dolphins. Let's start by pointing out Allen's success against the Dolphins, which includes an 8-2 record combined with 106.1 passer rating in those 10 games, with 27 touchdown passes against only 5 interceptions to go along with the 55.4 rushing yards per game. Allen's totals against Miami are the best against any AFC East opponent, and the passer rating is significantly higher than his overall career mark of 92.2. Allen has 2 400-yard passing games against the Dolphins, 2 games with 4 touchdown passes, and 3 more with 3 touchdown passes. Thanks to a large part to Allen's work, Buffalo has scored at least 30 points in 7 of the 10 top games, topped with 56-point outing in the Bills' 56-26 victory in the 2020 season finale, when a victory would have put Miami in the playoffs. The Bills had a 7-game winning streak against the Dolphins until it ended last September 25th at the Hard Rock Stadium with a 21-19 victory for the home team. What's up, Shake? Are you back? Shake Money, can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me? I was about to text you guys because I'm on my iPhone. I tell you what. Yeah. Whenever I'm on an Android, my fucking service sucks. The second I get on the iPhone, it's better. So I think this debate between Android and Apple's, Android and Apple is officially over. Fuck that.
Well, I'm not sure why that is. What I can tell you, I've had the opposite experience. So I think it depends on where you're at and where you're located. That's what I think. Like, because I know in certain areas, I think Apple works better. And then certain areas, I think my Samsung works better, to be honest. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. Let's keep it going, though, because I want to finish this article real quick. Let's see. The game provided a one formula for beating Allen. The playoff loss at Buffalo in January provided another. And both of the key ingredients are the staples of the Vic Fangio defense he brought with him when he was hired as the defensive coordinator in the offseason. Keys to success against Allen. This is something to listen to. Fangio's defense have been known through the years, besides being successful for its varying looks and disguises, but also for being willing to give up plays underneath. Call it the bend but don't break approach, and for forcing turnovers. In that 21-19 victory in Miami's last September, there might not have been a better example of bending but not breaking by a defense. Remember that Dolphins defense gave up 497 yards that day, with Allen passing for exactly 400 yards. Buffalo got 281 of those yards in the second half, but only 5 points to show for it, including the infamous butt punt after Emmanuel Ogbah blocked a field goal attempt. Allen threw an errant pass on the 4th and goal with 1 minute and 49 seconds left, and the time ran out after Melvin Ingram tackled Bills wide receiver Isaiah McKenzie inbounds on the final play. Along with bending but not breaking, the Dolphins defense also produced a huge play when Javon Holland forced Allen to fumble on a sack and Ingram recovered to give Miami the ball at the 6-yard line to set up a short touchdown drive that tied the score 7-7. There was a lot more breaking by the Dolphins defense in the playoff game at Buffalo, but 3 takeaways, including a fumble return for a touchdown by Zach Seiler, were the biggest, if not the only reason Miami had a chance to win the game. With the ball on offense down 34-31 in the final minutes on a day when it was outgained 423-231. The other takeaways that day were interceptions by Xavier Howard and Javon Holland, the latter of which set up a touchdown that tied the score 17-17 after Buffalo had jumped to a 17-0 lead before Seiler gave a Miami a 24-20 lead in the third quarter. Allen did pass for 352 yards and 3 touchdowns that day, so it's not like the Dolphins defense shut him down. They also didn't shut him down in Saturday night December game when Allen passed for 304 yards and 4 touchdowns and easily was the difference for the Buffalo Bill in its 32-29 victory. So, while it would be great for the Dolphins defense to shut down Allen in the game Sunday, it's probably not all that realistic. What's a lot more feasible is for the defense to come up with some takeaways and also not break after some bending. The Dolphins have done it before, and their new defensive coordinator, Vic Fangio units have thrived on that. So maybe the stage is set for the scenario to unfold. I agree with this. Listen, we kind of saw this in the Chargers game, Shake Money. We saw the defense give up plays. Sometimes they were big plays, right? But they did just enough to slow down that offense that allowed our offense to take advantage. In addition to that, they did bring it when they absolutely needed to. You know, we saw last year in 2 out of the 3 games, we saw our defense bring it for a better part of a game, the third quarter, and then in the fourth quarter, they would break, right? That's what would happen. I think this year is going to be similar to that. They're going to manage the game to just basically keep it, kind of slow moving. You're going to see where they give up stuff underneath. You're going to see sometimes where they may give up a big play here and there, right? But they're going to do just enough to allow our offense to still have, ability to score in good positions when they need to. You know what I mean? They're going to at least give them put the ball in the offense's hands, basically. So that's what I kind of see happening here. How do you see it folding out? What do you think about the defense? Do you disagree with what they're saying the key should be? What would you do, Shake?
Well, the thing about I'm not too worried. Look, Dalvin Cook, what's his name? Jared Cook. What's his name?
Mhm.
The brother for Dalvin
James
Cook's
Cook.
brother.
James Cook.
James Cook. Yeah, James Cook. I don't think he's gonna pose a problem. I'm not too worried about him. Actually it's the receiving core and the 12 personnel, not 22 like I said yesterday, but it's the 12 personnel that is going to pose challenges for the Miami Dolphins, the two tight end set. So, and Brady's been so successful with that as well. The Patriots, so they've been using it a lot more. So I think that's the only problem I have is with the tight ends, Kincaid and Dawson Knox. How are they going to slow those guys down? Who are they going to use to slow those guys down with?
That's a good point. How are we gonna hold Dawson Knox down? I agree. I think he's one of those players that, when everything else is covered, they tend to go to him a lot. So you're absolutely right.
And don't forget Kincaid. Kincaid, even though he's a rookie, thus far he's been playing pretty well.
Kincaid, yeah. I actually believe Kincaid was a sleeper in this league. So I agree. You know what I mean? I agree with that. They have some guys. I think it's be able to. I think if you stop the run, right, and you basically keep everybody in front of you, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll slow them down just enough for our offense to take advantage. And in this year, I have no questions on offense. Our offense should be able to score on their defense very easily. People are saying, "Oh, they're going to bring their pass rush. They're going to blitz the crap out of you," and blah blah blah. Yeah, that might be true, but we also have. There's a reason we have two very very fast receivers, and our quarterback has one of the fastest release at the same time. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think they have faced an offense like this yet. And especially with what we're doing now, because as much as you think it's the same from last year, it's not the same. We're moving players around a lot faster, a lot more in different directions. You know what I mean? This offense, I think, is I think the best is yet to come. If you know what I mean, Shake. Like I think there's a lot more in this playbook that they haven't seen yet. You know what I mean? So we'll have to see. What's up, Estefan?
Oh man.
I do agree what Estefan says. If you rattle the quarterback, it rattles off dubs for us. I agree for that. I do agree with that. It just depends. You have to. Every time I think we're going to get after the quarterback, every time when it comes to Josh Allen, he ends up finding a way still, right? So I'm taking a little bit different approach and playing more like I'd rather prevent him from really going off crazy than trying to put all my resources after him. I think he's a different animal, so it depends on how you look at it. I do think that Fangio is gonna, he likes his stacked boxes and everything. And I do think that they're going to do enough to force turnovers. That's how they're going to try. That is a good key. Kind of agree with Alan Popar, but it depends. We'll see what happens. Good morning, Papa Paul. How are you, sir? So what's up, Shake? We got half an hour left.
Yeah.
Anything you want to talk about?
No, I just think it's funny that Michael K thinks that Buffalo played the offenses they played were all top 5 offenses. The Raiders, the Jets, and Washington, who were playing weak defenses as well. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, they asked us, what have we proven? Well, what have you guys proven?
I like Michael K because his football takes really make me laugh. I tell you.
What did he say now? Did he say something different now, or same thing?
He's saying that we our Broncos and Patriots offenses were horrible, but meanwhile the Jets, who had a horrible offense, beat them, and wants to blame it on Josh Allen. The Raiders offense is even worse than that, which it's hard to believe. So,
Hey, at least the Patriots were able to beat the Jets.
mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something you haven't seen. Haven't
And,
seen the Buffalo Bills do yet.
and FYI, remember,
What's up, Aquavision?
they gave us special teams. They gave up a special teams punt return, so that Josh Allen had nothing to do with that.
That's true.
So,
My Papa Paul says that Michael K gets his sports info from USA Today.
yes, man.
Oh, Papa Paul, I think that's the funniest thing ever. That is the funniest thing ever. Oh, speaking of which, there may or may not be a show for Top of the Tailgate on Tuesday, just so you guys are aware. I found out some things from work that I have to handle on Tuesday, so I don't think I'll have time for a show, unfortunately, because how early I have to get up and get moving for this stuff. I'll talk to El Cap. It might be Color running the show by himself, just so you know, or maybe later in the day you get coffee and a cup of Color.
Hey, man. I'm excited for this Sunday, though. I'm going to be at the Keys Barn Grill, as always. You know, I can do. Then Giants, I'm going to be with I'm going to be at the Hard Rock Stadium in the Carolina game. And then, of course, the Kansas City. As a matter of fact, the Kansas City game, I'm going to be at Glory Days with Papa Paul and Pam. That's going to be awesome.
Really quick, Willie Shark Molina, 1976. He says Sheikh Money and Ali the Persian. It's 1984 all over again. You're absolutely right. It almost is. Yeah, it's been a long time since I seen you around here, man. I really appreciate you coming over and everything. So nice to see you, definitely. Papa Paul says that's what Michael K said on his show last night, by the way. That he gets his info from.
Yeah, of course we give up 17 points because we only because of the San Diego the Chargers game, we averaged 17 points a game. So apparently not only is he bad at football takes, he's also bad at math. So I don't know what the fuck to tell you, man. I can't help you, bro.
So as USA Today, but that's between you and
I. I know.
Hey, Shake, do you have a moment just to hold it down for like 2 or 3 minutes? I gotta go take care of something real quick.
I got you, man. Oh, man. MVP has one of the most MVP votes. Oh, yeah, so that makes him credible. So does Sports Illustrated. So does, I'm sure, the other teams. So, yeah, okay, good. Good Lord. Do you get your I get my information from the swimsuit edition of Sports Illustrated. What's up, Crazy Polk? How you doing, my brother? Oh, man. Well, you have a hard time understanding because your IQ is very low, Michael K. It's not my stuttering. Everybody else understands. The only reason you have a hard time understanding, I'll try to say it without stuttering because you have a little slight speech impediment. So, is because you're slow in the head. Okay, so that's what it is. You're kind of mentally challenged. So I'm sorry, I have to slow it down. I gotta speak, in layman's terms for you. I'll do that. All right, Michael K. Maybe if you put down the Bloody Mary at fucking 6 o'clock in the morning, you maybe have some comprehension. So put the booze down, bro. I know we like drinking and everything, but not at 6 o'clock in the morning, man. Really. No. You think I'm listen, it's the booze that's making you think I'm tripping over my words. No. So you gotta, you gotta slow down with the drinking, bro. That's what it is.
You think I'm tripping over my words, but it's your impairment. Good Lord. Hey, listen, if you want, I could send some tutors to your house and maybe we could get you re-educated and No. The best is that the best you got? Oh, please. Come on, Michael K. Come up with something original, please. Listen, we all know that you steal your jokes from the Dean Martin's Friar roast, whatever. You watch those roast that off of Dean Martin. That's what it is. You have not said one thing original and talking about me, please. So are you, bro? Talking about, oh, I need dude. You text me last night. Oh, you need lessons. So that's what you're doing as well. So I'm calling the pot and the kettle here, bro. So it goes both ways. Yeah. Thank you. Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
All right, so we got about 20 minutes left for the show. If anything you guys want to talk about, any questions, anything about Dolphins, the game, anything, put it in the chat. We'll talk about it.
Oh, man. He's from Buffalo. That says it all.
The Bluffs.
The Bluffs.
I like that. I guess you're a comic falling flat, according to Michael K.
He knows. He knows all about that because he's
good question.
He's stealing. Dude, I hear most of his jokes he steals from somebody, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Someone Aquavision had a question about the spicy coffee. Have I gotten it yet? Not yet. My friend has ordered it. As soon as he retrieves it, he's going to bring it over to my house. So I'm just waiting on him, and I will be doing that review. Once I have it in hand, I'm going to be ordering color something that it's a coffee that they open the bean up using goat turds, legitly. Sounds disgusting, but I heard it's like really good if you're a coffee connoisseur. Don't ask me, but I'm going to buy a cup of that stuff for color to try out. So he'll be drinking goat turds, technically.
Yeah. By the way, he's. I think he's still mad because Jay owned him yesterday on TMI Tuesday.
What happened?
Jay owned him. I'm talking about Jay roasted.
Yeah, but what did he say? You remember what he said?
I'll send you the clip.
Okay. Oh man, that's funny. 1 second, I was just pulling something up. Somebody mentioned it. Here we go. I did talk about the injury report earlier, Estefan, just so you know. But I will bring it up one more time. So let me bring this up. Here we go. This is the current Week 4 injury report, officially brought to you by the Miami Dolphins. There's a lot of did not practice. Teron Armstead did not practice due to a back, ankle, knee injury. River Craycraft did not practice due to shoulder injury. Eric Uguzama did not practice due to neck injury. Jalen Phillips has an oblique, so he did not practice. Groin with Connor Williams did not practice. Savon Ahmed was limited at practice, so at least he's practicing again. Deshaun Elliott, ankle and groin, was limited at practice. Tyler Croft was limited at practice due to a back issue. Durham Smythe, who had a slight hamstring issue, had limited practice. And then Eli Apple, Julian Hill, and Jalen Waddle were all full practices on Wednesday. We'll know more Thursday. Will be really telling on what's really going on with these guys. Certain people, I don't really need them to practice. I don't need Teron Armstead to practice, to be honest. I can trust he knows what he's doing in this offensive line and everything. I am more worried about Jalen Phillips, And even I would even say even Connor Williams, I'm kind of worried about. But according to what I understood, is that they're just being super precautious on a lot of these injuries, Shake. So it really, some of them, they're not really that worrisome compared to others. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Willie Shark Molina says, Ali and Shake, as Finns fans, we ought to be very humble and humble-headed, and take this game seriously. I agree with you 100%. I want my team to not be caught up in the trap or caught up in the fact that you scored 70 points. I want us to take it very seriously. And I know when they do take it seriously and they execute, there's no reason that we can't beat the Buffalo Bills. That's why I think we'll win. But the premise of us winning is taking this game seriously and get it done.
Yeah.
So I agree with you 100%.
By the way, I'm just joking back and forth. I'm not taking that serious. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Jeff Wilson Jr. is still on IR. I believe he can come back after this week, technically. I think it was the first 4 games he was supposed to miss. I have to look into that. I'll look into that. Nick Needham is not on this list, and I think he is on the... Let me find out what's going on with Nick Needham. 1 second. Now I'm interested. Here we go. Yeah, so hold on. 1 moment.
Yeah, Nick. Paul says Nick Needham should be back next week, so that's going to be
okay. Is he also on that like physically unable to perform list or something and missed the first 4 games? Is that what it was?
Yeah,
okay, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. I know he's coming back from an Achilles injury, and that's the thing. People like there's rumors that Aaron Rodgers could come back early. I don't think it happens. Nick Needham went down after what, week 3? I think it was that he went down last season, and you know I just don't see it happening. I think injury like that, it's going to take a lot out of you, and you may not even make it the beginning of next season if you had that type of injury. Aquavision wants to go to the Damian Lillard trade. Well, I'm not really a big Miami fan, so it didn't bother me too much. But the Miami fans, I feel really bad for y'all. I know you guys really wanted Damian Lillard. I know they, I'm not sure why there was an issue being trading him to Miami. I don't know what your team offered or didn't offer. I can tell you that I know the Bucks offered enough because they got the deal done.
Yeah, a Greek freak with Damian Lillard, that's going to be a problem in the East.
But do you think they gave up too much, though? That's my question.
I don't know what they gave up. So
I want to say Drew Holiday and some other players and picks, from what I understand. End up being like a 3-team trade in the end of it. I don't know what the full... Let me actually see if I can find the full details. Let me play in this second here.
Anna, my baby, my pookie.
Are you talking to yourself there, Shake?
No,
or is that
sorry.
your dog? Or cat, I'm sorry.
Anna.
Here we go. Blockbuster 3-team deal according to ESPN. Let me read what it has to say for you. 1 second here. So the Portland Trailblazers traded guard Damian Lillard to play alongside Giannis with the Milwaukee Bucks as part of a 3-team deal that also included the Phoenix Suns. The team announced Wednesday. Portland receives Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, and Tumani Kamara. Milwaukee's 2029 unprotected first round draft pick, and unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030, the team said in their release. So they're getting 3 players and a first-round pick, and they have swap rights in 2028 and 2030. That's kind of interesting. I thought they'd get, at least 2 or 3 first-round picks for the guy. The Suns receive Husef Nurki, Grayson Allen, and Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson as part of the trade package. The Blazers are expected to engage contending teams on trade talks to move Holiday, sources says. So even though they got Holiday, they're looking to retrade him, supposedly. The deal comes months after Lillard formally requested to be traded in early July, as the Blazers decided to take a patient approach to negotiations. Lillard leaves Portland after 11 seasons in which he made 7 All-Stars and All-Star NBA teams and led the franchise to the playoffs 8 times, including a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2018-19 season. He ranks first in team history in points and 3-pointers, and second in assists. He took to X on Wednesday to say he is excited for the next chapter. Lillard, 33, had the career last season, averaging 32.2 points and 7.3 assists, but played just 58 games as he sat out the final month. The highlight of Lillard's season came February 26th against the Houston Rockets when he scored 71 points. Oh, he can score 70 points too, just like the Miami Dolphins. Interesting.
Yeah.
Today is an exciting day for Milwaukee. Bucks president Peter Finnegan, or Feigen, I don't know how to say that, sorry, and general manager John Horst said in a statement, when you have a rare opportunity to pair one of the premier NBA players with a highly versatile roster that has lofty goals, you go for it. And we're thrilled to welcome 7-time All-Star Damian Lillard to the Bucks. So congratulations to the Bucks. I apologize to the Miami Heat fans. I know it sucks. I thought you guys had it in the bag, to be honest.
Yep, and we lost a couple of good star players from last, key contributors from last year. So we'll see. But what's funny is every year, the last few years, the Heat bring on somebody. Everybody like, who the hell is that? And all of a sudden they play lights out. You know what I'm saying? And then the player that plays lights out, they get a big contract. They go to another team and never heard of again. Another one, a good example is Kendrick Nunn. When Kendrick Nunn first came, we took him off of the Golden State's G League. He was on the Summer League with Tyler Hero. They played lights out. And then he went to LA Lakers, the Lakers, Lakers, and he was MIA in the Lakers.
It happens. Someone mentioned here Pat Riley ain't one of them ones. It says Pat is washed. I don't know. Prior to this trade being made, there was people saying that Pat Riley came out and said that he wants to win one more before he retires. Not making this move doesn't seem like he really, it's not very aggressive at all. It doesn't seem like he really wants to win another one. But then again, weren't they the team that didn't make a trade before deadline, and everybody said he was washed in sleeping den, and they were upset. Yet they made it to a finals, right? Miami made it to the finals, right? So,
yeah, we've been in the finals since 2020. Since 2020, we've been in the finals 2 times.
Yeah, good win against the Lakers. No offense, but
there's teams that haven't been in the playoffs, for longer than that. You know what I mean? So let alone the finals, man. And that's a good thing, because here's the thing with the Heat, it's finals or bust. You know what I'm saying? With us, you know what I'm saying? We're not. I think playoffs is a given for the Heat.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Listen, Pat Riley is a mastermind in the NBA. He has been from his Laker days. Yes, he was a Laker before he was a Heat. Let's point that out. And I trust the man. If the man says no, we're gonna stay pat. Maybe Portland wanted way more than what anyone would be willing. You know, who knows? Maybe Portland wanted Jimmy Butler for all we know. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. We'll see.
And not to mention, like I said, the thing that one of the things of success is that helped the Heat this year is finding these diamonds in the rough, these guys that.
And that's how they do it
undrafted
every year, bro. That's how they get to the finals every year. Is by finding those guys. You know what I mean? They always got some next guy coming up. My Lakers signed one of your guys this year, you know, so we'll see what happens.
Mhm.
But it just seems
I think
like
was it Caleb Martin? I think it was.
oh, who is it that we got? It was one of your. I thought he was one of your better players. Hold on. Let's see who it was. It was Gabe Vincent.
Oh, Gabe Vincent. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was one of the. Yeah, he was. Him. Yeah, he was a good player off the bench.
Yeah, and that's something I think Lakers needed. They really thrive on their production they get from their bench. So I think it's suited for the Lakers. However, at the same time, you guys continuously find guys like that. Let it be on purpose or by accident. You guys tend to find those. Wow, who's that guy? I never heard of him, and then he ends up, becoming a big thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I see the Heat.
I think one time is by accident, but if you do it like 3-4 years in a row, it's by design. You know what I mean?
Shake Money, are you a hockey fan? Just curious.
No, not at all.
Have you been to a hockey game?
No, I haven't. That's on my bucket list.
All right, because I'm gonna see if we can get Panther tickets, and maybe we can all go to a hockey game. I just want to experience it. Everybody says once you go to the game, it's like amazing. I've been to hockey games, but it's been a long time. I used to be a big time Red Wings fan way back in the day when they were actually good and whatnot, during the 90s. But I haven't been to a game since then. But everyone tells me the Panther games are where it's at, so I need to check this out. So maybe if I can get tickets, you can come with us at some point.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we're going to be at the Panthers
game.
At the Carolina Panthers game.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Bring your tailgating stuff, bro. We're gonna set up a huge tent. We're gonna have a massive fun at the tailgate.
Yeah.
I got all the equipment and everything all put together. We're gonna. Have
I got my camera. I got my camera. I'm gonna learn how to use that thing this weekend, and I'm gonna start recording some stuff, and then I'm gonna do a vlog of the game of the tailgate.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be wearing my GoPro for that because I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. And anybody going to the Carolina Panthers game, just so you're aware, right? Anybody, make sure that you come check us out. We're gonna have a tailgate set up. We're gonna have a big party. Everybody is invited to come hang out with us, and party with us. I have the DJ set up with the music and everything. It's gonna be very loud, very loud. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Hey, Chef Drew, I hope to see you at the Giants game, man. I'm looking forward to having one of your cupcakes.
Yeah, I actually got to see his cupcakes. He didn't give me one, Chef Jew. Just so you know, I got your T-shirt coming soon too. Because I love you, man.
Damn, you didn't get a cupcake? Damn, that's cold.
And he showed it to us too, and I'm like, oh, I want one. It's all good. I made an arrangement with him. My wife is really big on making cupcakes. She actually gets people that privately order them from her. So I told him, I was like, listen, I'll bring cupcakes for you and we can exchange cupcakes. And you tell me what you think of my wife's cupcakes. That's what I want to see what his opinion is. So yeah, but Giants game, bro. Giants game's going to be fun. I'll be at that game too. And I have a cigar for you too, Shake Money, when I see you. So you're going to be at the Panthers game for sure, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll give you one of my rum cigars.
Okay, I'll try one. I have one of my favorite cigars, so I'm as like a token, I'm gonna give that one of my favorite to you and Lewis.
I'm renewing that anyway. I'm renewing the order. My cigars. I'm almost out,
Mm.
but I'm re-upping. I should be getting them back by next week.
Chef
Sometime.
Juice says he got us next game, bro, with the cupcakes. Can't wait.
I know. I'm just messing with you, by the way, Chef Jew. It is what it is, you know.
Papa Paul is asking, am I going to be parked where I was at the Broncos game? Yes, I am going to. That's where we always park. If you, for anybody that knows where the East 32 used to be, because they've changed numbers now, because that's where it's not East 32 anymore, technically. But we're right across the street from there. You'll see the bridge. We're parked usually right outside the bridge, right there on the yellow area right there. So we'll be parking right there. It's like a 3-4 minute walk to East 32. So once we pack up and we're headed to the game, we'll be walking through East 32. Say what's up to everybody. But anybody that's coming to the game, come party with us, hang out with us, and just have a good time. I might even set up some flip cup or some beer pong. We'll see. We'll see what's going on.
Oh yeah, man.
Film Flams, hockey isn't anything like before 2000, but still great. This is where Michael K does say something I agree with. Yes, hockey is not the same. Prior to 2000, I thought hockey was one of the most physical sports. You saw amazing fights. If there wasn't blood spilled on the ice, it wasn't a hockey game. One of the best hockey games I ever got to watch was the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado Avalanche go up against the Detroit Red Wings. And I'll never forget it. The Colorado player come up behind this defenseless Red Wing player from behind and checked him straight into the boards, but his face hit that part of the wall where the glass meets, that little ledge right there, and busted his face wide open, bro. I don't know how that guy still had a nose, bro. I really don't remember. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, I see a lot of hockey players are missing teeth and shit.
That's part of the game. Yep, I understand, but that's when hockey was great to me. It was like through 95 through 2000, like that. Those 5 years. Oh, that's when hockey was at its best.
But the best part about Ethan Skolnick brought this up. The best part about being a Florida Panther hockey fan is, like, for instance, if you're an all-star in the Miami Heat and you go to the mall, you get mobbed. You're an all-star on the hockey team, you go to the mall, nobody recognizes you. Because
that is hockey, true. Unless you're one of the all-time goats,
if you're
then
in
they know
Boston
who
or
you
something
are.
like that, if you're in Boston, that's a different story. But this is Miami really isn't a hockey town. We support the team when they win. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
The only reason the hockey games have been sold out is because they've been winning. Other than that,
you kind of true it behind it based on what you're saying. The only time someone really recognizes you is if one of two things: either you're a big time star, or like we'll say Wayne Gretzky, for example. It didn't matter where you go, everybody knew who he was, right? Or if your town is like super into hockey and they know who you are, like if you go to Boston or New York, for example, or even Detroit, everybody knows all the players from Detroit, for example. You know what I mean? Yes. Those cities, you'll be mobbed. I agree. Mr. Park, I was there. That's how I got invited into hockey, was through the fights. I was like, what is this? And it was so cool. And I used to watch games. It's funny. I can't rollerblade if my life depended on it, Shake, but I can ice skate. It's kind of weird. So
yeah, I've ice skated a few times. I'm just glad I didn't fall I fell on my ass a few times, but once you get the hang of it, I mean, it's pretty cool.
Definitely.
I thought the blades were a lot thinner than that on the bottom, but I guess they're not that thin. Are they thinner? Are some of them razor thin, or like the blades, or is on the bottom of the ice skates?
Yeah.
Can some of them be thin? You know what I'm talking about? How the blades on the hockey. Is there like a grade for that, or type of blades for the hockey, for the ice skating? Or is this
I
just
don't
one
really
type of
know.
blade?
Yeah, there is different blades depending. Like, there's like difference between like figure skating ice skates versus hockey ice skates. There is a different thickness to the blade, so you are right. You are right about that. Papa Paul, I'm sorry I missed this earlier. He says that the Miami Dolphins are mourning the deaths of a pair of players from their undefeated 72 team. Running back Hubert Ginn and cornerback Tim Foley both passed away in the last week. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. Ginn, 76, died on September 21st, according to reports, while Foley, 75, passed away September 24th after a long illness. I'm sorry, Papa Paul. That does suck.
What is a radius, by the way? They actually have a radius. What is he talking about, the radius? Oh, man. Who passed away? Which one?
That was Hubert Ginn that passed away.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think he's referring to I guess the bottom of the blade. They have like it's like hollow, so to speak.
Mhm.
And you can choose like it has something to do with the blade. I know what he's referencing. I just don't know how to explain it.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yes, this is what he says. There's actually two outer edges, and the center of the blade technically never touches the ice. Okay, so it almost looks like a U lip on the bottom. Is that what you're saying, Michael K? Maybe Michael K is really, maybe hockey is Michael K's sport because he seems to know a little bit about the.
Doesn't Buffalo have a hockey team? Buffalo Sabres?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many teams does Buffalo have for New York? Like 3?
For hockey?
Yeah.
They got the Rangers. They got
The Islanders.
Yeah.
And then I guess the Sabres.
Yeah, I think they have 3. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's really cool, Michael K. I didn't know you knew about that kind of stuff. That's pretty dope. You're saying it's like an elongated bowl, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, Shake Money, it's 8 o'clock. It's my time, the closing time. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Get the likes up, people. I really appreciate it. This is Buffalo week. We're going to be talking smack about Buffalo all week. Michael K and I are probably going to butt heads more. It's okay. It's just for this week. We're having fun. That's all it is.
I don't take personal. We're not taking nothing personal. Like I said before, I consider Michael K a friend. So you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. When we go at each other, when we go at each other, it's nothing. I don't take it personal. You know what I mean? I don't take nothing he says personal.
It's all good.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Michael K says he played Junior A non-Canadian in 2 years of college. Oh, that's awesome, man. I didn't know that. 2 years of college hockey. That's pretty dope, dude. Learn something new every time.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so shout out to everybody. Make sure you hit the like button. Any final thoughts, Shake Money?
No, I'm gonna be on Larry K's channel, and Michael K. The offer still stands. If you still want to debate me one-on-one tonight on Larry K's channel. But other than that, me and my man Anthony Pilucci, we're gonna go over the Buffalo Bills game, and Friday, of course, the Smoke Lounge. I'm gonna open up the panel. It's gonna be on no holds barred. Everything goes. So bring your Buffalo hate, bring your Dolphin hate, and hide your children. So that's pretty much it. Appreciate you, Ali.
Oh my God. Listen, there is one aspect at my house that you would have to hide the children, because when I watch football and I'm drinking beer and stuff, I get very, very excited or very, very angry. So I end up usually yelling and screaming at my TV at the top of my lungs. My kids get scared and run away and don't want to come near me, right? So yeah, in that case, hide your kids in that kind of big type of case. When it comes to us playing Buffalo, listen, I have confidence. This is going to be a great game. I have confidence. Our offense can definitely take care of business. I have confidence our defense will take care of business. Will it pan out? We will find out. Tomorrow's Friday, right? So for Friday's show, we'll be talking more about injury. We'll check out the injury report, see what happened for today. We'll talk our final thoughts, our predictions to the game. I'll even give you guys my DraftKings lineup. But tonight there's Thursday Night Football though, so that'll be fun to watch. Make sure you guys hit like and subscribe. We appreciate you all. And with that, I'll say, fins up, everyone.
Yeah.